my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart.
Hey everyone, I weaned some lambs last Friday. Today is Tuesday. I usually weigh them a few days after I pull them off the mums, partly because there's just enough stress on that day. I don't want to add more to it. Partly also because I go deaf the day of weaning because they are so loud. So I am going to just set up here now. I'm going to weigh them and then I'm going to take you back to my computer just to show you. I'm going to dump everything into Excel and then I'm going to just show you how I sort. I'll look at the weights and make a decision on whether mum stays or mum goes, because the last thing you want in your flock is a ewe that's eaten all your feed and not performing, because that can add up. And even if we like them and want them in our flock, they can start costing you money quickly. There's a few more things that I look for when I make culling decisions, but definitely the weaning weights give me a lot of data. So I will show you that.
They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. So that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself.
That gate there sucks. And if you have the Marweld system, you will agree that moving this gate by yourself, big thumbs down.
And I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all.
Here's my little drop zone. And then I put them in the little tub. And then the tub pushes them around. And then they come up the chase, not the right way because the chase is too wide, obviously. And then I'll put them on the scale. And I will take a weight. It's ready to go. Hopefully it zeroes out. Yep. And then to get these to Bluetooth, you press the gun. And then this little Bluetooth, press it and hopefully it connects. There, turn blue. So we're all good. So gun is connected to the computer. I scan the ear tag and then all should be good with the world. I go right into the handling the chase with them right now just because they're too little and they don't. The more you run them through your scale, the better they get, and they will go out on their own, but right now, they're just too little, so I push them in, and I've got everything that I can, they'll just go through. I'll push them in here, shut the door, weigh them, I can see my computer screen, and then they're gonna go through and back in their pen. Okay, I'm gonna scan. So now I'm gonna show you actually what I have for this lamb. Okay, this lamb is 58.5 pounds. It's a bad spot here. Okay, it's a ewe lamb. It was born December 3rd. It's a Dorset Rito. Go, little man. Remember, I'm sorry, it's gonna be really loud. Remember when at lambing, I marked them a different color? So that first guy, I think was a twin. This second one is marked with pink, so it's either a triplet or a quad. So its weight is only 35 and a half pounds. It's a ram lamb born December 22nd, so it's not even 2 months old yet. But I wanna show you what it was. So it was quad. So 35.5, if mom had 4, if they're still alive that is, that are all that, then she didn't do that bad. So we can't really knock the lamb or the mom for being only 35 at wean if all 4 are still alive. Or even if 3 are alive, that's still pretty good. This is my info stick to go back and forth for this. This does have wireless capability, it doesn't have Sandy capability. I'm going to put this onto my computer, and then I'm going to put everything over to Excel, and then I can explain a little bit more on my culling decisions and what I base my data on, I guess. Okay, here's my session sheet on this Gallagher system, and it's really hard to see. But I'm actually what I do is, because I'm not good on this yet, I always just download everything to Excel, so it's a CSV file. Look at me like I know what I'm talking about. I really don't so much. Okay, and now it's over Excel. I'm just gonna go to Excel. Okay, I have the columns that I really care about, I guess. I wanted to show you, so I have some of these things that I put in at birth. I put this last note in, so that's the note I put in at when they had this one screwed up because I used a tag that's already been used, so ignore that. What else did I put? I gotta make that column bigger. So here I wrote, Mom was weak, supplement. So that must be, I wonder if oh yeah, they were quads. Sometimes I write stuff when I'm lambing and I'm so tired I don't even know what I'm writing. So what happened with those quads then? Let's see how many are still alive. 1 is alive. 2 out of the 4 are alive. That's probably, so they were probably bottle fed partially. And the 2 that are left alive are only 42 and 43. So depending on when those 2 died, I should have, looking at this now, because of all this, I should have just took those 2 right out and not kept them on Mom. Because what happens is these 2 actually suffer. They should have been they could have had the potential to be bigger, but I'd have to see when those 2 died. That's the only thing I don't know of this program. I haven't figured out how to have a column as to when they actually died. So I have to still figure out a bunch of this stuff to make it work. So yeah, there's some nicer weights, like there's a 73.5. Where's some other, that's probably looks like the heaviest one. There's a 64.5, 50. So they're all over the map, and it's all typically correlated to something going on here or something that I wrote. So this one's 25 pounds, but it says, like right away I knew I had to call that Mom. Sometimes the weights correlate with who the mom is, because I kind of know who they are. How many lambs they had, and then I do my selection kind of off this as to whether to keep or ship Mom. And I'll also just check out, I will run those ewes through tomorrow, and I'll see, I'll call out any that have lumpy udders, or any that, I'll just mark any that are under condition that need a little more love. And yeah, just make note of stuff. But typically this, and when I run them through, they all kind of match, which is really nice. Data is power. And I'm learning that as I keep doing more and more of this, that I do make a lot better decisions when I have the stuff in front of me. Okay, so I made my call list up. I mean, this wasn't a big group. I think there was only 32 ewes in here. And I still use a pad and paper. I went through my list, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 written out. And then I went through it again, because I always try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And I actually took off 3. Actually ended up with only 5 to ship, which isn't too bad, but 5 out of 32, I feel like I'm culling as much as I'm replacing. I guess things on my to-do list is definitely learn this Gallagher system better. I'm really thinking of getting on a Genovis program, some sort of a genetic improvement program. And not for the necessarily, like I don't have breeding stock, so it's not really about that. It's more on, I have all this information and I just need help trying to figure out what I need to improve my stock. Sometimes it takes a day like this sitting down with my numbers to remember how important it is. So what I'll do now is take this information, run those ewes through tomorrow morning. I'm going to check udders. I'm going to check body condition score. I'm going to put a big X on these ladies, and then I'll ship them whenever I have like a part load and I want to fill my trailer. I do get asked quite a bit what my culling protocol is. So far it's udders, poor performance, and poor performance I really just get off of my weaning weight. The power is in numbers and data, and my weakness is extracting data. So I really need to work harder on that. We're getting there, baby steps. So hopefully that helps. And yeah, thanks.
Of all the ways in your